Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to heat press. I haven't done that in quite a while, but we're going to give it a try. I have chosen a pattern on Cricut Design Space, and for myself, for my best memory, which is not good these days, I have printed out the heat guide, and I've chosen glitter iron-on, which we are using this beautiful green color, and I've chosen a cotton poly blend for our apron. And now I am just going to go through the steps. I already have my design set up to go. I just need to get my glitter iron-on onto my mat. Now, when you're doing this, remember that it goes shiny side down, dull side up, no matter which Cricut machine you are using. The reason for this is that you mirror your image. Always mirror when you are using HTV, which is heat transfer vinyl. Now, because of the way it is curling, because it has been in the package for so long, I am just going to make sure that I get it well down before I start cutting my pattern. So I hope you guys are all having a great day. I know that I am. Once again, we have a bit of a what can I call it? A bit of weather, but not bad, you know. It's not snowing, and that counts. In fact, they're planting right now garlic on our orchard. Lots and lots of garlic, so that's nice. Now, the reason I'm using painter's tape is because of the curling. I do not want my vinyl to suddenly pop up and roll up as my machine is cutting, and paper's tape is an easy fix for that. Just going to move my machine over here. I am not using a big machine. I am using the Cricut Joy Extra, which, by the way, guys, I absolutely adore. So just let me get myself situated here. Like I said, I've already got my design space all set up so that we can go ahead and get this done. So here we go. We're going to open this up. We're going to push this in. Whoops, let me see if I can do it from the side here so you guys can watch. Just give it a minute to stop censoring. Okay. Alrighty. Mirror is turned on, so let's get started. Here we go. When you start pushing it in, it sucks itself in and checks to make sure that there is enough vinyl. Oh, I'm going to unload that mat. Can you see what it's doing? It's gone in crooked. So we will unload and we will reload. There we go. And I see what caused my issue. I had a bit too much painter's tape on the one corner and it stuck to my roller. So there we go. I'll do the same thing here just to be sure that I'm not causing any issues. There we go. It's that simple to fix. And let's get started again. All right, let's try loading again. Hopefully this time without any issues. There we go. I think we're nice and straight this time. We will find out. And there we go. So Now all I have to do is click Go in Design Space. So in Design Space, I set my design to be a 5x5, and I set my material to Everyday Glitter Iron-On. I mirrored my image, and I made sure that I have my fine point blade in, and I selected more pressure. I find that I get better cuts when I cut if I select more pressure. So I am just going to go ahead and let this cut, and I'll be back soon as it's done. Okay guys, we have finished our cut, so now I am going to remove it. Just take my machine and place it down here out of the way. And now we will do our weeding. Now, if anybody has ever weeded who, like me, doesn't have the best eyesight in the world, there is a trick. You do this. And this is just a bit of baby powder. You can also use cornstarch. And it just helps you to see where you're going to be weeding a bit better. So it kind of highlights the lines. You don't need a lot, that's why I just put on a bit at a time. And now I am just going to pull off the two top corners. And first, before I do anything else, I need my X-Acto knife, because I don't want to waste any. So I am going to go like this, and right on my mat, make a cut through line so that when I take it off, I am not wasting any vinyl. I usually do cut it a bit better with my trimmer, but today I guess I was a little off. There we go, and I will remove this piece and put it safely to the side. And now, in order to weed my project, I'm going to weed it off right here on my mat, because my mat will hold things in place, and I can just start to peel. And here we go. And I go nice and slow, and I find what helps me is to have a pair of scissors and cut away my excess. Okay? Just so that it is out of my way. And it prevents the excess from pulling too much and cutting away, or ripping, sorry, things that shouldn't be ripped. So I am going to finish weeding, and I'll be right back. I know I said I'd come back when I was finished weeding, but I have another tip, and I'm afraid that I will forget. While you are weeding and you're cutting away the excess with your scissors, please remember, don't throw that right away. Sometimes you'll find that you've caught a star, or maybe the eye, or like one of the parts that you need to keep up into that part that you've cut away, and so you want to be able to go back and retrieve it. So just set it aside near you so that you can grab those pieces and put them back if you need to. Okay? Patience is required when weeding, but I promise, even if you're a new weeder, if you take your time and maintain your patience, it will go quickly and it will be worth it in the end. So I am going to go finish this off, and I will be back as soon as I am done. Okay, so I am all done weeding. It made it much easier to weed on my mat. When I am all done, I take it over to the computer, which is on my desk, and I look at the design and I look at what I have weeded just to make sure I didn't miss any little spots. And sometimes, as it happens, you still do. But that is why it is necessary to check, check, and check again. And there we go. So I will let you see that up close. That is what it's like weeded out. Now, if I left this piece here, it would definitely show up on the front of my apron. So I'm going to take it off. All my eyes are there and all my snowflakes that I want are there. So I am good to throw away my mess. And I have my heat press heating up to 330 degrees. Now, I do not own a Cricut Auto Press. I own a different auto press, and that is because I could not bring myself to pay the amount that Cricut wanted when I wanted other goodies for my craft room. So I chose to go with a Vevor, or Vevor as some people say, auto press, and it has worked just fine for me. So I'm going to take you over to it now to show you how that goes. So we are here at the heat press, and as I told you, I am not using a Cricut Auto Press, but I've printed out the Cricut cheat sheet, and it told me exactly what temperature, and that is what I'm going with. So I am just going to get this straightened on here, and I have laid my design right onto my apron, and you lay it shiny side up. Okay, so that you can read it. And that should be that. So the easy way to remember when using the Cricut glitter iron-on is it's face down, liner side up. There's a built-in liner. Then you cover your design and surface with a mat, or a silicone sheet, sorry. And I have my heat press set, I don't know if you can actually see that, for 330, whoops, hello, come on, 330 for 40 seconds. So let's just let it cool down for just a moment. I had already pressed for to remove the dampness out of the apron, and now we're at 330 and we're going to go for 40 seconds. So I'll hit the button. It will give me my warning beeps so my hands are out of the way, and here we go. It's settled right in. We will see how this works. Now after this is done, we have to let it cool down, okay? This is not a warm peel. If you warm peel, it will peel up your design, okay? So make sure that you cool peel on these ones. And up she comes. Now if you want to be safe about it, you could use your heat resistant gloves, but my apron top was tucked behind, so I am good to just go ahead and handle that part. And there we go. I am going to shut off my heat press and bring you back around. And there, she's off. And I will bring you back around to me. Now, I bet you right now you're thinking, Leslie, your design is gone. It is not gone. I am cooling it off on a glass mat, just so that we can do it a bit quicker for the sake of the video. So once it is cooled off, I'm just fairly slowly going to start to peel, because if anything lifts up, I am going to drop my cover, lay it down like nice and flat again, and repress. But it looks like it worked perfectly. And there we go. I love this. Cricut makes great iron-on. That I have to say. Now, there we go. I have now transformed this dollar store apron into a Christmas apron, which my granddaughter will adore when she's helping me do the Christmas baking. So, what did we learn today? Print out or write out or just have on the screen the info to use your iron-on if you're a new user, or like me, or an older user whose memory isn't always the best. Be sure to use all your safety factors when you are using the heat press. Have your heat-resistant gloves ready. Unplug your machine as soon as you're done with it. Right? What else can I tell you? Oh, when weeding, baby powder or cornstarch work really well to show you the lines. Take your time. If when you're weeding something pulls up, grab your tool, your credit card, an old credit card, whatever it may be, and repress it down. And then, or re-stick it down, and then continue weeding, okay? What else should I tell you? Do not wash this for 24 hours afterwards. That is what is recommended by Cricut, so that you know that it has totally sealed. Okay, so those are just a few quick tips. This was a nice, simple project. A great beginner's heat press project, and one that will make the perfect gift for someone who's going to come help you with your baking. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I hope that you have some time to craft, read, bake, whatever brings you to your happy time. Take care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.